off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to go for a big one. He's got it at the 15. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The toss sweep to the right. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Buckeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They're working that left side. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fair catches signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads-up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2, so always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They go to the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Haynes. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He'll keep it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. And fires complete. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Delivers the stiff arm. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the tight end. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Pulls it, fired complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Running on the draw. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Simpson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They'll line up for a second down play. Send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's McCulley. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, gain of no yards.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on second and goal? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter, giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Now improvising. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Got a man. It's Tate. Oh, out of space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's loose. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5.
Good, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made it run out of bounds.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Defense playing a bail technique. Oh, he didn't spike it. He's going to throw. Pocket breaking down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Quarterback and receiver failed to hook up. They'll try it again on second down. Keeps it on the draw. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. To throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rush is on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young. The Bosa's chip still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Off play action on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
It's a seam wide open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
The old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient and he's consistent and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Ohio State! Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Swings it out to the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more comfortable.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Man, this tight end, he's a weapon. We've seen it, right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was aware of that. Nice job in coverage swatting that one away.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. But he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Haynes. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
At the 29.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that fourth down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Try and play action. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those.
Turning it on! And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Let's go!
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Punts it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here,
touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to that trip to the house. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
and that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The give on the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether the